Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to talk about the Houston Rockets potentially signing Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Giannis's brother. Look, honestly, this is a signing. If you ask me, would you be thrilled that the Rockets made it? I would say yes and no. This is a signing that I feel like would very well could be made by the Houston Rockets if they trade for Giannis. I don't know if the Rockets trade for Giannis at this point. I'd rather the Rockets. At first, I was in my mindset was thinking I'd rather the Rockets trade for Giannis than Kevin Durant. But if the Bucks are gonna ask for Alperen Şengün and Jabari Smith Jr., I think you can get a deal done with the Suns and maybe keep those guys out of the deal in a Kevin Durant deal. So, but if the Rockets were to trade for Giannis, Thanasis is gonna be a part of that deal. Obviously, he's not on this Bucks roster, but I feel like Giannis, Thanasis is a package deal. I mean, he was not on the Bucks roster last year, but that was because he was injured. Now, you've seen the news today, and that's what made me think of this, is that he's healthy, and he's back, and he's ready to go to play basketball again. He's fully healthy again. That makes me think that next year, he's going to be on any NBA roster that has Giannis Antetokounmpo on it. So, that's just honestly, why I would think the Rockets would potentially sign him. Now, look, I can find the negatives of it. He's not that great of a basketball player, and he could be a waste of a roster spot. But here's the other thing I look at it. Like, if the Rockets trade for Giannis, if you give up all these assets for him, all these young players, all these draft picks, you've seen in the past that Giannis plays better basketball when Thanasis is around. Look, is this guy a great basketball player? No. But this dude is also he's a great leader. Look, I think if you're the Rockets, maybe try to talk to Thanasis about retiring and maybe adding him to the coaching staff. Honestly, I'm saying this. I'll give Thanasis this right here. This guy, he could be a hell of a coach one day in this league. When I say coach, I don't mean a head coach. I mean as an assistant coach. And maybe the Rockets have something they could pursue with Thanasis. So he's around the roster. He's around the team, and he's around Giannis, but doesn't create a roster spot. But at this point, he's 31 years old. I think he's going to want to keep playing. And I think that's going to be something Giannis wants as well, is for his brother to be on the same team as him. And the other thing, look, I say this all the time, when it comes to Thanasis, is he a good basketball player? No. But a lot of people say he's in the NBA because of his brother. Or that's the only reason he's in the NBA. I think this is an interesting fact when you look at Thanasis. The year he was drafted, he was a second-round draft pick. Giannis didn't even Giannis had only played one season when Thanasis was drafted, and that season Giannis didn't even average 7 points per game. And that was his rookie year. So, but I will agree with the fact that a big reason of why he stayed in the league has been because of Giannis. I don't think he would still be in the league if it was for Giannis, but he'd be in the league in general if it wasn't, if it was for Giannis, because some of the basketball he played before in Greece before being drafted is what got him into the NBA. And I think Giannis, as you could say, has kept him there. He was drafted by the Knicks way before Giannis started playing with each other on the same team. That started in 2019-20 season, and it's something that has happened over the last 5 seasons. This season, no, but 2023-24 season, 2019-20 season through the 2023-24 season, it's been something that Giannis has had around him. And this year, he did kind of have him around because, Thanasis was at a lot of the games, sitting courtside and around Giannis. So, I just think it's something that's going to probably have to happen if the Rockets bring in Giannis, and that could be a negative of trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How would you feel about the Rockets signing Thanasis? Would you guys want Giannis so bad to the point where it'd be okay to waste that 13th roster spot on Thanasis? I mean, look, yeah, I was gonna say the Rockets have had Jock Landale at that 13th spot last couple years, but as bad as Jock Landale's been at some times, he is not as bad as Thanasis Antetokounmpo. And look, it's not, Thanasis. He's not. It's not like he's. I don't think he's terrible. I don't. There's look. There's not. There's not. I don't think there's a lot of NBA players that are terrible. Like they're in the NBA for a reason. He's in the NBA for a reason because he's talented, but I don't think he's good enough. I don't know if he's good enough to be on this team. I think there are probably plenty of teams where he could be, a bench player for, like all the bad teams. But a contending team, I don't know about him being a bench piece for a contending team. But the only reason he would be for that would be because of Giannis. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.